Hey Clear Lake peeps, Ross England here with Clear Lake Guide Service with your fishing report for 6/8/2023. First full week of June is behind us, so I'm shooting this on Tuesday afternoon because the One Bass event starts Wednesday. And I don't want to be out here Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday. So I did my business on Monday and Tuesday this week. We're done with it. So here we go. Here's your report. Water level for the lake. 30 days ago, the lake was at 7.8 feet. So it was actually above full. It was just a little bit below flood warning. Today, 6.8. So it's dropped a foot in the last 30 days. Normally not really a big deal, but I can tell you that, 2 weeks ago, we were catching some bedfish in a foot of water, and that foot of water is not there. It's dropped 6 inches just in the last 2 weeks. It's been a pretty steady drain, just coming down like this. It's Yolo County pulling their water. They do it every year. It's what they're entitled to. So what that means is there were a lot of areas around the lake that, with the lake being as full as it is, water was pushed way back in behind trees, behind tules, and some of the, a percentage of fish moved back into all that stuff, and now they're starting to pull back out from it. So maybe one of these days we'll actually be able to go down a bank of tules and just catch fish out in front of the tules. Water temperature is, started out this morning here at the county park at 70. It ended up the day at 74, which really isn't too bad considering that most of the day today we were in jackets. So yesterday it got up to almost 90. Today the forecast high was 70. It probably made it, but I'll tell you what, most of the day it didn't feel like 70 degrees. So water clarity, it's normal for this year. I haven't been anywhere where I've seen algae blooms on the surface or anywhere where I've seen, big areas that, whether it was weeds or whatever, have blown into an area and you can't see the lake surface. But good water clarity from what I've seen so far, and I went down a little bit in the redbud arm yesterday, and we started out in the narrows today. 2.5, maybe 3 feet was the best that I saw as far as clarity, and that went down to probably a foot in a lot of areas, and it's just due to suspended algae blooms. It's nothing bad. I mean, I'm happy with the way the water looks right now. It's kind of better than what it would be for normal for this time of year. So upcoming activities, as I've already talked about, this week is dedicated to the One Bass Northern Open, to Billy and his crew. Hope you guys have a great tournament. There's I don't know exactly what it's called, but for Saturday there's an event. I'm sorry, the One Bass runs Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday there's an event permit pulled called Bank, which is Bass Anglers of Northern California or something like that. So it's a little club tournament that's going out Saturday, nothing on Sunday. So, and I got to tell you, I expected I know this is going to be a full field tournament, the One Bass event, 150 boats, but it didn't feel like that this week. As I got around today and Monday, I sure didn't see or feel 150 boats. So I don't know if people have already done their pre-fishing before, this week, or what the deal was, but it's a pretty easy day to get around yesterday and today. So there's your events, there's your lake conditions. They did a last report I talked about, they had the Lakeside County Park road closed and the launch ramp closed because they were paving, and they did a really good job. I'm at the county park right now, and kudos to the county. It looks good. Fishing's still tough. You know, the previous weekend, the New Gen team tournament, you know, I think 21 pounds won it, which the weights are going to start dropping off. A big part of that is because a lot of the guys are still trying to sight fish, and the fish that they can see, for the most part, from what I'm seeing, they're just not that big. You know, I mean, they're good quality 3 to 3.5 pounders, and you know, you may bump into a bigger fish once in a while, but I think the best example I can give you is Monday. I had one guy out. I had him throwing a 3.8 Keitech on an underspin, and he caught 5 crappie, 3 catfish between 10 and 16 pounds, and 2 bass. So throwing the same bait. So just, I mean, almost everywhere we stopped in 6 hours, we got a bite. Today, switched it up a little bit, didn't throw the reaction bait, just went around and basically threw a drop shot and a shaky head in a Senko. We never caught a shaky head fish, but in fairness, we didn't throw it that much. So we caught most of our fish drop shotting. The rest of them were on a Senko. And you know, they came from, probably the deepest one was about 20 feet to probably the shallowest one was 4 feet, somewhere in that range. So that's my fishing report for what it's worth. I think if you went out and just fished some deeper docks, you might be able to find some crappie. The size Keitech that we were throwing was not sized for crappie, but they were sure hitting it. So I think if you downsized to a smaller bait and fished around in some of these areas, it was pretty clear when we were on them. You know, I could see them stacked up, and they were in 12 to 18 feet of water. So I am not a crappie expert, so I've been asked to talk about it once in a while. That's all I can tell you. We caught 5 by accident, and actually we caught one good one today by accident. So I mean, it was a good one. So that's it. That's going to be my report. I won't be out the rest of this week, but I will be out the first part of next week, so I'll be able to give you another report next week. Guys and ladies, have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.